Kumar. To the continuation of this class, I am going to share what are the different types of mechanical properties. Mechanical properties I already discussed in our earlier classes. The continuation of this class, we have to know what are the different mechanical properties. So, mechanical properties play a vital role in almost all the engineering fields. For every material, these three are non-ferrous material, whereas iron is ferrous material. So, for not only these materials, every material has some strength. That strength is an ability to withstand the loads. To withstand loads is called as strength. So, the next material property is modulus of elasticity. For every material, there is some elasticity. This is represented as E. For iron, copper, aluminium, everything, there is a elasticity constant. That means if we apply a stress and strain relations, there is a change in properties. If we use a mild steel material which is tested in UTM machine, that UTM machine has ability to drag the material. That means it is same as stress is directly proportional to strain. This is a symbol of stress and this is a symbol of strain. The combination of stress and strain will state the elasticity constant. Its elasticity constant will say that stress is proportional to strain. This is the mechanical property of second one. Stress is directly proportional to. The next other important one is ductility. This is a mechanical property which is used in almost all the materials. Like, see, this ductility material is used to find out how much ductility it is. If you see this, gold plus some amount of copper will use it to make ornaments. So, if you want to make the ornament, we have to use gold plus copper. That means gold has an ability to make elongation. It can take in place of elongation. Initially, if it is 50 mm, it can prolong up to 60 mm easily. That means the ductile property is available for the gold. If we take cast iron, a cast iron material may not come to 60 mm because the property of gold is ductility and the property of cast iron is brittleness. That is a mechanical property. The malleability is a property of a material to deform on the compressive loads. That means if the compressive load is applied on a material, it will be deformed. If you see the sheet, I want to convert a sheet into some particular material. To bend it, we use this malleability. The property of a material to bend on compressive load is called malleability. For example, I want to make a hole in a wall. The material property of a nail comes under this malleability. The next material property is brittleness. See the example of chalk piece, it will break easily because of it is a brittle material. Brittle means with a little amount of load, it will break. That is called brittleness. For every material, there is some property like glass. See here, for a glass also, there is a property called brittleness. It will break from the little amount of load. Due to that, it will break. And cast iron also comes under this brittle materials. So as an engineer, we need to know all these mechanical properties. This is a hardness of the material property. Hardness comes under mechanical property of different variation of hardness. That means hardest material is diamond. Till now we consider diamond is the hardest material because it is very hard due to the atomic number of carbon is 12, and further for every tools like high speed steels will comes under this hardness property. Hard material will break the soft materials. Like this is a mild steel. While steel will be cutted or making of turning process is done by hardness. The next one is a resilience. The resilience is a property to store some energy. Within elastic limit, it will store some energy. Like, for example, I have a balloon. I am stretching this. If I release this, it will come to original position. But what happens when I stretch that balloon? It will store some energy up to some limit, up to some elastic property is called resilience. So the next one is toughness. Toughness is a property of a material to absorb some energy. Absorb some energy before fracture is called toughness. If I apply a load on a glass, within any absorption it will break. Whereas some material will be there, it will absorb some energy. It will not break, it will give some intimation. That material is called toughness. The next important one is fatigue strength. It is the ability of a material which represent and it can bear n number of cycles of stress it can bear is called fatigue strength. Due to the continuation of load occurred, even though occurred in one of the material, it can bear. It can bear to some extent is fatigue strength. The next one is creep. Creep is a mechanical property which represents the slow and progressive deformations. The flow and progressive deformation. That means in some of the places like the material have ability to withstand load continuously, and in some other cases after prolonged years, 5 to 10 years, they may be break. But it will not break immediately. That is called creep. If you see a pole or a pulley is handled by one of the ropes, it may not break immediately. Slowly the rope will be damaged and it may be break. That is called creep. The flow and progressive deformation is called creep. Till now we discussed different types of stresses, strains and the Poisson ratio. The Poisson ratio is represented as Poisson ratios. Poisson ratio is represented as mu 1 by m. That is lateral strain by longitudinal strain. What is this lateral strain? Every material, if I use tensile stress, initially the diameter is d1 and the length is L1. Due to tensile force if I apply here, the diameter d1 initially 10 mm, the length is 25 mm. Due to the tensile load, the diameter may decrease. Up to 8 mm. And the length definitely it will increase up to 28 mm. This is called lateral strain. That is, the diameter is decreasing. To the axial direction. And the length is also increases. That is represented as lateral strain.